Hey everybody, Jo here. Start of another week. Let's hope it's a good week for all of us. I think we deserve it, don't you? Now today I thought I'd share a little demo with you. It's one of the ones that I demoed at our recent open day at the Dreamatorium. So I'm going to create this design. We're going to use the gel press and we're going to make these lovely clouds. And this cloudy background for me is perfect with our lovely new little fledglings. And we're going to use one of our older stamps, this beautiful oak leaf branch, but we've got so many different branches. Now don't forget, if you've got the owls, they would look lovely. I mean, cloudy sky, you could even put your florals in front if you want to make a meadow scene. You know, you can't go wrong with a cloudy sky, can you? And it's just great fun. Now, if you're one of our lovely little friends and followers that have got a gel press and you've not used it, now's your time. Because honestly, as I keep saying, this is a fun technique. And I love fun techniques because sometimes we can just get so bogged down with the pressure of, you know, if we have a card to create and we're thinking how we're going to do it. Now, you will get a bit of reflection. Very sorry about that. Nothing I can do. I'm just hoping you don't see my face because honestly, you don't want to see that. And we're going to use our lovely Roland. So here's our circular gel printing plate, mono printing plate, and we're going to use an Elements Ink. These are fabulous, high pigment, low water content, so they're great to use on our gel press. And as always, I've got it on the lovely acrylic plate that you can get, and for me it's great. It means I can hold it, I can stamp with it, but also it means when you put your gel press on it, you're not going to rest it on a different background when it might pick up that impression. We're coming in with Mermaid, lovely colour for the sky. And I just have a little routine. We all get into routines, don't we? And I tend to ink up, and I'm just going to use this half of my lovely rubber roller. And I always, obviously where it says Lavinia, that's the top of my design. And I have a little routine that I'm just going to ink up right across and come to midway. Same again, just to midway. Now, if I was creating a meadow, I'm going to turn it round. I could come in with a green if I wanted to change colour. So it's a lovely routine to get into. Now, a couple of ladies asked me why I didn't go straight across my gel press, why I meet in the middle, even when I'm using one colour. And I just find it's better because I get a nice blend. And I find by the time I get across, if you overwork your brayer, you actually start taking the ink off. So for me, this just works. And like I say, I just find if I get in a routine, well, I don't need to think too much then. So to clean the brayer, copy your paper, and there we go, job done. We'll file that on the floor next to Eric. Now we're going to make the clouds, and we need a special bit of kit for this. Move that out of the way. And what you're going to need is some basic cotton wool, or I've got some cotton pads, look. And all I'm going to do is just fluff out some cotton wool. There we go. We'll have a look at that. Bring this back in. And I'm going to go for one cloud here. Now again, don't be tempted to press your cloud down with anything metal because you don't want to damage your gel press. And again, another lady asked why I didn't put a piece of copy paper and press down, because I don't want to take this ink off. I just want to take the area where the clouds are. So this is why I do it this way. So that's fine for there. Now I want a different shape here, so I'll bring in a little bit more. And we'll have one coming in from this side. And yes, you will get some ink on your fingers. I did have very inky fingers the first day doing this. It was so funny. And then I'm going to come in with one of those long. I did think I could learn the names of the clouds before I did the video. But do you know what? Life got in the way and I didn't. So I'm sure those of you that are very clever and know all these cirrus and cumulus and what's it, you know, you can be telling me what all these lovely clouds are. And we'll file that in the bin. We'll just give, as I say, you will get inky fingers. And then we're just going to get, and this is 6x6 multifarious card. And as you know, I love to turn the design over. Now, you never know, it looks like there's nothing there. But honestly, you'll see, when we press this down, look, we'll start to get those lovely clouds. Now, if I bring that up, can you see? Obviously, hold it there. Look at that. So I'll turn it over, give it a good rub. This bit's quite therapeutic, you know, it's all almost like a massage. Take the print. Oh, look at that. And I love, you will get the odd line, and they almost look like we've had planes across the sky. And again, I don't know which way, that way. Now, what's funny is we had quite a bit of time at the extravaganza looking at what we could see in the clouds. So, you know, if you want to tell me what you can see in those clouds, by all means do. To clean the gel press, copy your paper. And that's all you need to do. No chemicals, nothing like that. Just copy your paper, pull yourself a print. Now, this is called the ghost print. And this would make a lovely insert. So if you're making your design into a card, maybe stamp a sentiment on this and pop that in your insert. Or my suggestion is cut across here, and what you will have is a mask, which we're going to use next, and you'll have the inner part and the outer part. And I always do this, it's so useful. So I've got one here prepared early because I know you don't want to watch me cut out, but also I'm going to use that. Look at that. Fabulous. So what we're going to do now is we'll add some stamping. I think I might go that way. And if I bring in the mask, and I'm going to stamp my lovely oak leaf branch, and I'm going to use the Versafine Clair, your permanent ink, and I'm going for the black, the Nocturne. Like I say, we've got so many different, look through your stamps. I'm sure you've got lots of stamps suitable for this. And I'm just going to put this exactly there. So how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. I know a couple of you have messaged and said you've been struggling recently, and you love the fact that, you know, we do care on here. And if you are struggling, you know, just leave us a little message. We'll all love to send you a big hug and help, because, you know, I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to feel you're on your own. This is such a fabulous crafty community. We care so much, so please, even if you're just maybe not able to craft at the minute, maybe just join in, just listen, just, you know, be part of it. So if I take that away, look, now, obviously, my paper came in too far there, but don't worry. I could say I did it on purpose, look. Black fine liner. And we'll just add that there. You see, I always do these things so I can show you little tips. She says. So what I want to do now is add our beautiful fledglings. I adore these little chaps. Well, I think one's male and one's female, but, you know, the fledglings, so I'm guessing. Right, let me see. Right, we're going to choose a branch for each of them, or a leaf, I think. So I'm going to put you, and again, just pop your head right over. So I may just come over. Now, if you knew and you're worried about this, that black fine liner pen, and we sell a brown one as well, and I have to say, I do have the black and the brown, so when I'm stamping in brown, because if my fledgling wasn't quite on the leaf, I could extend either the fledgling's tummy or the leaf. Now I'm thinking, should we put that one up there? And if you're not sure where to place them, remember, just use your acetate and have a little look. So I'm thinking there. I love the shape of the head. It almost, we've got a little zoo. Well, it's like a conservation zoo just opened in Holmes Chapel, and they have kookaburras, and I've never ever seen kookaburras before, and it's a lovely pair. And this head bit reminds me of the way when the kookaburras start laughing. I was absolutely amazed. We took the grandchildren. It was brilliant. Right, now I could leave this like this and a total just black and white monochromatic, but I really fancy adding some extra leaves. And in the wild foliage set, there's this little one which reminds me of a Ginkgo leaf. But any of the leaves, we've got 4 on here, that leaf would be fabulous. And I'm thinking, just say you wanted a Christmas type design, you could add the holly, you could add some berries. So I'm coming in with Shady Lane for this. And I'm just going to add, when I look around, look, there are various places here where I can just add a little extra bit of foliage. Now again, depending what time of year it is, you could alter the colour of the foliage to give a different feel to the design. See, look here. Then you could add flowers. Look here where we've got these lovely sort of bare little... And really, you're just creating extra. And it's up to you how little or how much. So I'm thinking here, look, I've got the bare branches. Let's just add a little bit more. I don't want to overdo it. And what I need to be mindful here, now you know I had to draw that bit in. Well, I don't want to come over, do I? So let's put this back. And if we have some foliage coming off the design here, always looks better somehow just to have a little bit of greenery look coming off. Oh, nearly put that in my ink pad. How are we looking? I just think we could do with a little trail here. So I've just got some ink on the edge of my block. So I'm just going to wipe that off. And I'm just thinking maybe just to extend the design this way, maybe a little bit like that, so it comes just a little bit here. It's very dark there, so yeah, I'm not gonna, that's enough. I don't want to, no pizzas here. But look at those clouds behind. Now, just for those little finishing tricks today, so I'm going to get my beautiful pastel pencils and my white and just add a little bit of highlight, just a fluffy wing here and a fluffy wing here, and then just on these lovely top bits, and then just on the silhouette, the oak leaves, we'll just add a stem down the middle. And I hope you're thinking about all different stamps that you've got. And if you need, you could make this into an anniversary card. You could even make it into a new home card, men's cards. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky. We're not sure what to do. So this you could make it into a card for a male friend. I'm going to look for a sentiment. I think lullaby. Do you know what? My little fledglings here are going to sing me a lullaby. Now, remember, in the sentiments, you get the, again, a lady was asking at the weekend, you get the black, the white, you get one of each. I bought a couple of packs because I use them so much. And the buff, the vintage. So don't just see the packet and think with the white on the front, that's all you're getting. You get one of each colour. So let me think. Yeah, actually, I'm going to put it on here on this one. Again, it varies. And last little finishing touch, I'm going to add a little bit of Stickles, a little bit of our glitter glue. And this one is sea foam. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a dot and dab. So I'm just going to put a little bit just on the greenery where I've got the Ginkgo leaf. And I'm just going to dot a little bit on. As you know, it can spit sometimes. So I'm just going to do that dot and dab. I don't want to overdo it. So pop the lid on. If ever you don't see or we don't quite tell you what products we're using, in the description box we put a list of the products used. So just press that and have a look. So this one was seafoam. There's lots of different colours of the Stickles. Do check them out. Now, because the Stickles is water-based and because the ink underneath the Elements is water-based, it will slightly react and you'll get a slight change in colour. But I like that. I think it adds to the design. So if I show you, you see there. But I'm happy with that. But that's why, because obviously underneath we've got water-based and we're putting water-based on top. So there we go. How quick and easy was that? But so effective. And I bet you've all got some cotton wool or cotton pads. So there's the finished design. So this was a 6x6. But I'm sure whatever size cards you make, you could just adapt it. I mean, you could use the square gel press. Or the oval. Oh, that would be beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you have a go. Have a play with your clouds and then tell me what you can see. I think this could be a very interesting conversation. And you know what? If it makes us all smile, well then, job done. So, as always, lovely spending time with you. Love and hugs to you all. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.